Started off strong, yeah, I had that fire. Vision in my head taking me higher. But somewhere in the middle, I lost my pace. Got distracted, had to face my face. Talk is cheap when you don't apply it. Dreams don't move if you just admire it. I had to learn what commitment do. It ain't the start, it's a follow through. I've been telling myself I'm ready, but ready ain't real if it ain't steady. Now I'm showing up even when I don't feel it. That's the difference, I finally mean it. I'ma follow through, yeah, I said it, I'ma do it. Even when it get hard, I push right through it. No more stopping when the feeling fades. I stay locked and I don't drift away. I'ma follow through, I don't care how long it take. Brick by brick, yeah, I build my way. It ain't how you start, it's what you prove. I'm solid now, I follow through, yeah. Used to chase the spark, now I chase the grind. Consistency done changed my mind. It's a quiet power, it don't gotta shout. It's the daily work they don't post about. I've been showing up when I don't feel seen. Still water run deep, know what I mean. Every little step, yeah, it all add up. That's the kind of love I'm giving us. No more breaking promises to me. That version of me is history. I'm aligning what I say and do. That's the code, yeah. Push right through it. No more stopping when the feeling fades. I stay locked and I don't drift away. I'ma follow through, I don't care how long it takes. Brick by brick, yeah, I build my way. It ain't how you start, it's what you prove. I'm solid now, I follow through. Even when nobody clapping, even when it ain't what I imagine. I don't fold, I don't lose my way. I just show up anyway. Show up anyway. Follow through it, yeah, I said it, I'ma do it. Even when it get hard, I push right through it. No more stopping when the feeling fades. I stay locked and I don't drift away. I'ma follow through, I don't care how long it take. Brick by brick, yeah, I build my way. Ain't how you start, it's what you prove. I'm solid now, I follow through. We finish where we start now. Steps off, baby. This ain't just a vibe, it's a sanctuary. You just walked into the love palace. Welcome to a daily dose of Dee. Wrap yourself in satin, truth. This love ain't rushed, it's velvet smooth. Silk on your spirit, rose in your mouth. Let me show you what healing's really about. Ooh, she don't play with pleasure, nah. Only pours it where it's earned. Let it burn slow. A daily dose of Dee. Let the love run deep and free. One touch and you'll believe. She's the calm, she's the heat, she's the peace you need. Here in the love palace, where even broken ships sail smooth. Anchor down, baby, daily dose of Dee. Your prescription to feel seen. No refills, just show up and receive. Let your ships drift into healing seas. We don't chase waves, we ride them. She don't beg, she just glows.
Let's start like this. You said you were going to do it. Remember that? The promise you made when you felt inspired, when you felt motivated, when it sounded good out loud. But somewhere between saying it and doing it, you disappeared. Not from the world, but from your own word. See, people don't lose trust in you overnight, they lose it in moments. Moments where you said, I got you, it didn't show up. Moments where you said, I'm started and never began. And the truth is, it's not just about them trusting you, it's about you trusting you. Because every time you don't follow through, you teach yourself that your word don't mean much. But today, we could change that. The seeds are planted with such heavy intent, aren't they? We talk a big game when the sun is high and the coffee is hot. We promise the world to our mirrors and we swear our names to our friends. But then the shadow stretch, the initial spark dims, and that yes starts to feel like a maybe. Then a later, then a never. We are a generation of architects who never lay the roof. We build half walls and wonder why the rain still keeps coming in. We are the masters of the I'm gonna, but beginners at I did. To follow through is to be the bridge between the dream and the reality. It's the grit in the middle of the night when the applause has died down and it's just you and the work. It's the heartbeat of integrity. Yes, we're going to talk about that follow through. Welcome to Daily Dose of Dee. Grand rising, grand afternoon, or grand evening, depending on what time of day you're watching Daily Dose of Dee. I am your host, GoddessDee of Love. How's everyone doing today? We have made it to the middle of the week. Can y'all believe it's already May the 6th? Time is just a flying by. Yes, we made it to Wednesday. Some say hump day. Some say wellness Wednesday. Here today at Daily Dose of D, guess what I'm going to say it is? What are you waiting for? Mm-hmm. What are you waiting for? So, with that being said, let's go right into the word of the day. And that is follow through. To continue an action, plan, or commitment until it is fully completed. And on What Are You Waiting For Wednesday, the quote of the day is do what you say you're going to do. Follow through means never having to say sorry by Mark Golston. Yes, we're here. We're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about that follow through. So, in order to understand this conversation, you know I have to break this word down. So, follow through actually comes from it's fascinating to see where this because it's not just a buzzword. They use it as a buzzword so often, but it means finishing what you start. It means doing what you said you were going to do, even after all the excitement fades away. It's not about how strong you start, it's about how committed you stay. Anybody, when I say anybody can begin something when they feel good, but follow through shows up when the feeling is gone and the work is still there. It's consistency after all that hype. It's discipline after the promise. So the word follow comes from the Old English florgan, which means to accompany or move in the same direction as the leader. This to me implies that there's a journey. Now, through comes from the Proto Germanic therux, meaning to cross over or overcome from one side to the other. So essentially, the etymology tells us that following through is the act of staying on path until you cross the finish line. It wasn't until the late 1800s that we started using it for sports like golf, tennis, basketball, right? Follow through with the basketball, to describe the motion after the hit. If you stop swinging that moment you touch the ball goes nowhere. You have to finish the motion to give the hit power. The phrase follow through comes from combining follow, meaning to continue or to pursue, and through, meaning to carry something to completion. The root ideal is simple, but it's very powerful. It means to continue an action until it is done. Not halfway, not when it's convenient, but all the way through. That is where the power lives, in the completion. So, let me talk to you for a second right here. Let me get up close and talk to you. How many things have you started that are still sitting unfinished? That could be goals, plans, ideals, conversation, and yes, even healing. This is your reminder. Your life shifts when you stop starting and start finishing. If this is hitting you, don't you hit that red button and be like, no, I don't want to hear this. Don't scroll away. Don't skip. Stay right here because the next part might be exactly what you need. And I'm going to discuss this more right after these messages.
Phrase of the day, follow through. To complete something that was promised or started, we must follow through on our commitments to build trust.
How should we use it? We use it when we talk about completing a promise or task fully. When can I say it? We can say it when encouraging responsibility and accountability. Why use this phrase? It shows that we are dependable and keep our word.
Georgia, Georgia.
Yo, just pulled up to the Love Palace. Ain't no cap here, just facts and feels. D and Kel's on the mic, we talking ships, all kinds. Pull up and unpack. Listen to friendships that held me down through the struggle. Companions who dipped when I stepped out the bubble. Family ties that tug, some tight, some frayed. But we lay it all out, let the truth get played. No judgment, just lessons on velvet chairs. We speak from the gut, raw love, strip bare. GoddessDee, got that glow like sage in the wind. Queen Coles hit the mic, truth spilling again.
Chips, we talking, we walking. No filters, just real. Love Palace, the spot where your soul can heal.
Friendships with benefits.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, Love Palace family. If you did not get the opportunity to watch the ships last night, you missed a good one. We talked about appearance in all the relationships. So if you didn't get an opportunity to go watch that, you could go ahead and run that back here at the Love Palace. And then we had the live Q&A at Holistic Royalty by Kels. You can go ahead and run that back. And while you on both of those, like it and share it out. And remember that we are doing the ships every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure y'all tap in, okay? So if you're still here, that means something and you is ready to grow, because we are talking about follow through, say it, mean it, do it on this What Are You Waiting For Wednesday. You see how I did that? So, what does follow through mean in today's society in slang? Because people say follow through in slang too. In the streets or in casual slang, you might want to be a little careful with the content, because it can be a little bit messy in a sense. Because follow through is often used as a slang for accidental or accident. In simple language, follow through is basically saying you kept it real. It's when your actions match your words. People might say that you stood on business, or they say that they did what they said. It's about being solid, not flaky. Mm-mm. It's the moment where you committed to a movement and went further than you intended. But on a more serious note, on a more serious street level, follow through is about them receipts, okay? Clock all that. hmm It's about being about that life. If you're saying you're going to pull up, what you going to do? You pull up. If you're going to say you got the bag, you show you got the bag. So in slang, failing to follow through makes you flake, or what they call all cat, not inconsistent. When you follow through, people see you as reliable. When you don't, they start questioning everything you say. So follow through is important. Think of it as a currency of your character. You can have all the talent in the world, the best ideals, and the most charming personalities. But if you don't follow through, your word becomes monopoly money, worthless in this real world. Follow through is the only way to build trust, not just with our others, but with yourself. It's the difference between being a dreamer and a doer. Mhm. Without it, you are essentially a book with a great cover with no ending. You leave people and yourself hanging in a state of what if. Follow through builds trust both with other people and within yourself. It shapes your reputation. People start to know you as someone who means what they say. But more importantly, you begin to trust your own decisions. Your confidence begins to grow because you're proving to yourself that you can depend on you. Without follow through, ideals stay ideals, dreams stay dreams. So let's pause right here. Because that part I just said was real. hmm You don't lack potential. You don't lack ideals. You don't lack vision. What you might be lacking is consistency after the feeling fades. So stay right with me. This is where things are going to take a shift. And this shift is going to begin right after these messages.
Listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, but the power is not in the idea and the power is not in the start. The power is in the follow through. Anybody can get excited for the day. Anybody can do anything once. You can show up once. You can try once. You can say it once. But you want to know who wins? The one who shows up even when they lose. The ones that show up even when it's boring. The ones that show up even when it's hard. The ones that show up even when no one claps for them. Baby, that big bag is in the follow-through. It's the consistency that changes you. The follow-through is where your future is at. So don't just start, finish, because your power is in the follow-through. Ideas fade, momentum can fade, but it's the follow-through for the win. Bye, baby.
Street tapping you boys. Yeah. GoddessDee. Yeah. We asking one question tonight. Where the love?
Where the love?
Is it him or is it us? He say she tripping, she say he don't show enough. Where's the love while we keep switching it up? When it want honesty, men just won't trust.
Where's the love?
Everybody talking tough, but when the heart break, everybody hush.
Where's the love?
Maybe we both messed up.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Where is the Love? We're glad you tuned in.
Blessings on blessings. We appreciate you for sharing your time with us
You want
today.
peace but don't give respect. Then wonder why my attitude, nigga. You say I'm emotional, I say you cold. You say relax, I say be bold. You say loyalty, I say time. Love ain't words if you never show sign.
Now he looking confused like,
What did I do?
now she looking right back like,
You know the truth,
she
huh?
looking right back like,
You know the truth.
yo.
Where is the love?
Is it him or is it us? He say she tripping, she say he don't show enough. Where's the love while we keep switching it up? Women want honesty, men just won't trust.
Where is the love?
Everybody talking tough, but when the heart break, everybody hush.
Where is the love?
Maybe we both messed up. Tune in tonight, let's talk about us.
He say I'm working hard just to build mine.
Welcome back, beautiful souls. Guess what? Tomorrow night, after Daily Dose of Dee, we have Where's the Love At? You already know how it goes. It will be at my place here and at Big Mouthpieces. And y'all get ready because the subject we about to discuss, this one is going to be a good one. They're always great. And if you haven't catch the episodes prior to that, go ahead and check them out. You can find them both on my channel as well as Mouthpieces. Go ahead and like on both pages if you must, please. We appreciate that. And share those out. And make sure you tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, at either here at the Love Palace or at Big Mouthpiece for Where is the Love At? Okay? That information will be in the chat if you need that. So, now we getting into the heart of this conversation. Because when you lack follow through, it starts to eat away at your soul like a slow moving breath. Every time you say you're going to do something and you don't, you lose a little bit of self-respect. You start to view yourself as unreliable. And this creates a cycle of low self-esteem when you stop setting goals because deep down, you don't believe you're actually going to hit them. When you don't follow through, you start to build a pattern of disappointment. You second guess your ability. You hesitate more, and you stop trusting your own word. And over time, it chips away at your confidence. You might even start avoiding commitments because deep down, you're not sure you'll keep them. Stagnant, like you running on a treadmill, lots of energy, lots of sweat, but the scenery never changes. You end up surrounded by the ghost of half finished progress and broken promises. That right there is how stagnation begins. So, what actually causes to drop the ball? Well, usually it's not laziness, it's a mix of fears. And like the bright, shiny object syndrome. So, what that looks like is when you get a hit of that dopamine, when you start something new, you like, yes, this is great. That's considered like the honeymoon period. But when that hit goes away and that stress starts to come, and when things start getting hard or it's boring, or that when you get that new car and that new car smell goes away, or the project wears off, our brain automatically looks for that exit. Sometimes it's not just about fear alone, it's about perfectionism, where you're so scared of failing that you stop before you can be judged. Other times, it's where we prioritize the comfort of, I'm going to just take a nap and rest right now, over the reward of finishing the goal later. You have the fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being seen. And sometimes it's a lack of discipline or structure. Other times it's overcommitting and saying yes to too many things. Let me raise my hand. That would be me. And for some, it's simply not holding themselves accountable. The truth is, it's not always about ability. It's about consistency and mindset. So, I want you to hear this clearly, Love Palace family. It's not that you can't do it. It's that you haven't been staying with it. Let me say that again. It's not that you can't do it. It's that you haven't been staying with it. There's a difference. And once you understand the difference, that's going to change everything. So I'm about to take another break while you think about that. I want you to think about it again. It's not that you can't do it. It's that you haven't been staying with it. And we're going to continue this conversation about follow through right after these messages.
People who don't follow through on the things that they say they're going to do don't value their word. And people who don't value their word don't value themselves. So if you want to build self-esteem, don't read a fucking book. Just start doing the things that you'll say you'll do.
Shaking the ground. No chains can hold shaking the ground.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that promo? Did you see what your girl GoddessDee did? Certified Insight Coach. Now, if you're in need of some lovely insight, besides Daily Dose of Dee, the shibs, and where's the love at, you want a personal connection, and I'm talking about on a professional level, okay? Don't get it twisted, y'all. You can hit me up on Instagram, The Love Palace. That is all together, The Love Palace. TikTok, The Love Palace, LUV. And I have an email as well. All this information will be dropped in the chat. All you got to do is just hit me up and we can do some insight work together. You feel me? All right. Now let's go ahead and get into the rest of this conversation because we breaking down these layers today about the follow through. So, question for you, because you know I like asking questions. I know you be like, GoddessDee be asking a lot of questions, and she do. What does it mean to follow through with someone? Because questions make you think, right? When you follow through with someone, it means honoring your word with them. If you say you're going to call, pick up the phone and you call. If you say you're going to show up, don't say I'm on my way and you never show up. Show up, okay? It means you commit to a relationship, a project, or a favor. You see to it the end, regardless of how your mood changes. Moods are fleeting, but you know what? Commitments are solid. Following through with someone is the highest form of respect you can show a person. Let me go ahead and say that again. Following through with someone is the highest respect that you can have for a person. Yes. Think about that. If it says to someone that I value your time and my reputation more than my own temporary convenience. It's all about the RESPCT, respect. It shows that you value their time, their trust, and most importantly, the connection that you have. It's not about being perfect, it's about being dependable. We all have those people in our lives who are all about the talk, be doing all that capping. Dealing with people who don't follow through requires you start setting firm boundaries and managed expectations. You have to stop relying on their yes. If they say they'll be there, go on and have up a backup plan. Okay? Don't let their lack of integrity derail your peace of mind. You can love someone to death and still recognize that they are not finishers. Communicate how the lack of follow through affects you. But if the pattern doesn't change, you have to stop giving them opportunity to let you down. You start by recognizing patterns instead of making excuses for them. Then, when you're setting those boundaries, you don't keep giving unlimited chances without change. Let me say that again. When you set those boundaries, you don't give them an unlimited credit card, okay, with chances without change. You communicate clearly about what you expect. And most importantly, you adjust how much access they have to your time and your energy. You don't chase consistency, you observe it. So let's be honest. Some people don't follow through, and you keep hoping that they will. You be like, I just have so much hope that they will. But at some point, you got to stop listening to what people say and start watching what they do. Now, let me bring this conversation back to you. We're going to talk about you now. Why should you follow through with yourself? Because you are the only person you have to live with every single second of the day. That makes sense, right? If you can't trust the person in the mirror, who can you trust? Following through with yourself builds a success identity. When you tell yourself you're going to work out, you do it. Mhm. You're casting a vote for the person you want to become. Following through with others is about reputation. Following through with yourself is about destiny. Why follow through with others? Because your word is your foundation. When you follow through with you, you build integrity. You align your actions with your intentions. You grow stronger mentally and emotionally. And you create a life where things actually move toward forward, not just about how you lived it out. Mhm. So saying all this, why we follow through with others, why you should follow through with yourself. Why do we still struggle with this? Why do some people still have follow through struggle? I just made that up. Follow through struggle. Well, it might be because you rely on motivation instead of discipline. Let me say that again. You might struggle with follow through because you rely on motivation instead of discipline. Or you set clear goals without a plan. Sometimes you doubt yourself, so you just hesitate. And sometimes you've gotten started without finishing. But habit can change. One of the first steps that you can take is just have awareness, shifting that pattern. If you're wondering, why do I struggle so much with this? Realize that your brain might be wired for the now instead of the next. If you have high levels of anxiety, I'm speaking from personal experience, the middle part of the task can feel physically painful or overwhelming. So you might be a flight type where stress makes you want to abandon the ship and find something that's safer or easier. It's not a character flaw, it's a nervous system response. And understanding that is a habit disruption, not a lack of willpower. It's the first step to fixing it. If you ever said, I'm going to start tomorrow, and tomorrow keeps coming, and tomorrow keeps coming, and tomorrow keeps coming, that moment right there, that's where you do your reset. And right here and right now could be your reset. So think about that reset. We're going to start tomorrow, or we're going to start right now and actually do that. And I'm going to close this conversation out right after these messages.
Want to know a crazy thing about people though? If you work for someone else and they tell you to be somewhere at 9 a.m., you will be there at 9 a.m. When they tell you what to do, you will do it. But when you tell yourself you're going to start working out tomorrow, you don't. When you tell yourself that you're going to start that business next week, you don't. Why are you following through with other people and not with yourself? Why are you building somebody else's dream but not your own? When are you going to start finally waking up and living for yourself and stop living for other people?
Welcome to the new digs. This is our fresh home for holistic royalty, and I cannot wait to show you around. Come on in. Right here is the apothecary wall, rows of handcrafted oils, elixirs, and tonics. Every bottle is blended in-house, labeled in gold, and ready for your ritual. Slide over to each item is crafted to nurture you from the inside out. Whether you're here for a cup of comfort, a moment on the mat, or a jar of something indulgent, it's all about honoring yourself. Thanks for walking through with me. Can't wait to see you soon.
Plants on the altar, smoke in the air. She been healing.
Today, I'm creating my rheumatoid relief tincture, a companion product for pain and inflammation support, especially for joints, knees, and knuckles. This blend includes ginger, foxwellia, devil's claw, nettle leaf, ashwagandha, and glycerin. After the ingredients are infused, I have strained the mixture so I'm left with the herbal extract. Then I combine it with glycerin and gently blend it together. After that, I pour the finished tincture into 2-ounce dark green bottles, cap them, and give each one other tinctures with my special touch are available at TMACessentials.com. Shop today.
How I use it. I fill the dropper all the way up, then let the whole thing drop under my tongue. I do this first thing in the morning and again at night. It's that simple. If you like a cozy cup instead, scoop a teaspoon of the loose blend into a steeper, drop it into hot water, and let it brew for about 10 to 15 minutes.
Side in the chest, meditation in emotion. She don't overstep. If her body say yes, she don't second guess everything.
We are back. We are back. We are back. I was sitting here watching that commercial by Holistic Royalty by Kels and was like, Dee, you didn't even take your tinctures today. So see, that was my reminder that I need to follow through and take my tinctures, right? But if you are inclined and want to know about tinctures, teas, anything like that, those you can reach out to Holistic Royalty by Kels. The information is in the chat. And also the products are on www.shamakaessentials.com. So make sure you tap into Holistic Royalty by Kels. I'm going to tap into my tincture when I get off this, okay? I'm going to follow through. So let me go ahead and wrap this up real strong because we're going to talk about, we got to talk about how follow through can affect relationships. We got to talk about it. They said, Dee, do we have to? Yes, we got to. Because can follow through, not following through, or following through, can it affect the relationship? Absolutely. Absolutely. If you don't follow through, it creates disappointment, frustration, and eventually distance. When someone can't rely on your word, it weakens the connection. Trust is built with consistency. Without follow through, people begin to feel uncertain around you. And over time, that certainty turns into disconnection. It's the silent killer of intimacy. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? It's the silent killer of intimacy. Trust isn't easily broken in one giant explosion. It's eroded by 1,000 little, I forgot, and I'll do it later. When your partner or friend can't rely on you to do what you said you do, they stop coming to you. They stop sharing their needs, and they start feeling like they're doing everything alone. And eventually, that connection snaps because there's no foundation of reliability to hold it up to. So now we're at the part where I'm going to offer some things to how we can be better at the follow through. Y'all ready? Start small and be realistic. Don't overpromise. Commit to what you can actually complete. Create structure and timeline. Hold yourself accountable daily. And most importantly, finish what you start, even when you don't feel like it. That last part is important. Most importantly, you're going to finish what you start, even when you don't feel like it. That's where real growth happens. You start small. Don't try to build a mansion if you can't even finish making up your bed in the morning, okay? Build the follow through muscle by completing tiny tasks. Use visual trackers. Mark an X on the calendar, and every day you want to keep a promise to yourself. Break the big goals into micro steps so the finish line never feels too far away. And most importantly, learn to embrace the this sucks period, okay? Accept that middle of your journey is going to be boring and difficult. But go ahead and just do it anyway. All right, Love Palace family. Let's talk a little bit. Let the record show that you were here. Let the world see not just the spark, but the flame that refused to go out. We are all tired of the almost. We are weary of the could have and the should have, piled up like scrap metal in the backyard of our potential. It's time to be the one who stays. When the wind howls and says, quit, you say, finish. When your bed feels warm, warmer than your goal, you remember the version of you that is waiting at the end of the line, the one who is proud, the one who is whole, and the one who finally knows what it feels like to stand on the peak of a mountain they actually climb. Don't live your life in fragments. Pick up the pieces, wire them together, and stay until the final curtain falls. Be the person who does exactly what they said they would do, long after the feeling they said it and it has left the room. It's not about being perfect. It's about being present enough to carry your word to the finish line, because your life is not built on what you say, it's built on what you complete. And every unfinished promise, leaves a crack in your foundation. And every time you follow through, you rebuild trust within yourself. You remind yourself, yes, I can do this. Not because it's easy, but because you stayed. You know, when you stayed when it was boring. Yes, you did. You stayed when it got uncomfortable. You stayed when nobody was clapping for you. And that right there, that's the follow through. That's the power. That's the discipline. And that's how you change your life with the follow through. So, Love Palace family, as I close this episode of Daily Dose of D about the follow through, first I want to say a shout out to all my supporters and my mods and the people in the bushes and the replay game. Thank you for coming to Daily Dose of D. Let me say this to you. This is your reminder that your potential is a gift, but your follow through is your thank you note. You have everything you need to be a finisher. Don't be discouraged by the times you dropped the ball in the past, because today is a brand new day. You can pick that ball right back up. Pick one thing, just one, and see it to the end today, right now. You'll be amazed at how much lighter you feel when you aren't carrying the weight of unfinished business. So I want you to stay beautiful. I want you to stay committed. And most importantly, stay true to your word. Start where you are, finish what you began, and become someone your word can depend on. This has been Daily Dose of D today, and I'll see you next time. But before I leave, don't forget today's Wednesday, and Wednesday at Blended Healing Realms, we could be tapping into them ancestors, okay? So make sure you follow me, meet me, or beat me over there at Blended Healing Realms at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Gateway to the Ancestors. Once again, thank you for coming to the Love Palace. Peace and love, and I will see you real soon.
Still something need me, remembers things. Hands no rhythm, my mind can't trace. Like I've been shaped by another place. There's a fire in me I didn't light. Still it burns through every night. Call it memory, call it truth, but it don't feel new. They don't knock, they just arrive in every breath that keeps me alive. I'm not walking alone. I feel them here in every doubt, in every tear. They left their footsteps in my soul. Now they echo through me. Now they echo through me.
One of the major keys to success in life is just like following through. So many people do not follow through with just different things that they want in terms of the success that they're looking for, right? Like, one example of a really important follow through is if you had a coffee chat with somebody because you're looking for a specific role within a company, and it's like they might not be able to give you the specific role right there. There might not be roles open, but maybe they say, hey, like, you know, I think you should reach out to so-and-so in this part of the business, or another person in this part of the business, or I have a friend who works at this company. Reach out to them on LinkedIn and contact them and just do it, right? So many people just don't follow through when it comes to the things that they say that they want. And I think that that's something that really holds you back. And it's something, it can be so simple. Like, you just had an interview. Everybody knows after an interview you're supposed to send a thank you note. How much do people actually do that after they had an interview? Everybody knows that that's likely to set you apart, but everybody also feels like it's just a little bit too much for them to do, or they feel like it doesn't matter. But it's that little bit of a difference that makes the difference that allows you to stand out. It's that right there is you putting in the work so that the opportunity come your way. When I truly believe in network effects when it comes to all of these different things. Allow the network of your effort to drive your opportunity.
heels in key. Let go, let flow. Daily dose of Dee. In the land free. In the love palace, ships dock even key. Yeah, we guide the tide. GoddessDee. Whispering back when your heart needs reminding. D is divine, D is daily, D is love, a daily dose.